The hype for this is going to be nuts. People say it's like Mad Max for horror. Like it's just a constant, never take your foot off the gas 90 minutes. I'm like, that seems wild. But if our man's trying to escape a haunted house or something and it's just horror after horror all the way through.
We got to see a little bit more Spider-Man Brand New Day footage. Apparently they chose not to show a lot of action and have it be more personal. And it was like a softer, quieter scene with our characters, our leads, of course, Zendaya, Jacob Batalon, Tom Holland. But this movie is also going to be, Spider-Man prints money, also going to be huge. But will it be as big as Spider-Man No Way Home without the gimmick of 3 Spider-Men? I don't know. Probably not quite as big, but it's still going to do numbers. Sony's also going to continue on doing their video game adaptations and building kind of a video game cinematic universe. It's a shame because in the early 2000s, there were a lot of talk about video game movies, and they were either really bad or they just didn't happen. Like they were talking about a Halo movie.
Max Payne starring Mark Wahlberg or Assassin's Creed starring Michael Fassbender. Like just goofy video game adaptations that didn't work.
Yeah, and in the 2000s, like the Halo movie, that was the big one that was like, oh my God, it's going to happen. And like Neil Blomkamp even made like a short thing and then just didn't. And now would be the perfect time for that game is like now it's past its heyday. It's really tragic, but video game adaptations are definitely here to stay.
Yeah. We got to look at Resident Evil from Sony. That's namely the biggest video game adaptation they had for Zach Cregger's new film. Apparently real good stuff. Real hot. Show star Austin Abrams in a very messed up situation, informing his girlfriend over the phone they may not ever get to talk to each other again. It's coming out September 18th. Also stars Zach Cherry, Callie Rice, and Paul Walter Hauser. Really looking forward to this. I've heard people say like the hype for this is going to be nuts. People say it's like Mad Max for horror. Like it's just a constant, never take your foot off the gas 90 minutes. I'm like, that seems wild. But if our man's trying to escape a haunted house or something and it's just horror after horror all the way through, then okay, yeah, I guess I could see that. I don't know. Seems like it'll be a good time. A quick look at Insidious Out of the Further, which is the 6th installment in the Insidious franchise. This trailer is out on the internet. It's nothing to write home about. It looks like the 6th installment in a horror franchise. Let me tell you. Like,
yeah,
just it's fine. Go take a peek. No, I don't think there's anybody real big in it. It's pretty low budget. Like it's pretty back to basics, stripped down. But hey, if you like the Insidious universe, like probably awesome. I know there's like that whole going into the other side thing. We also got a quick look at Aaron Sorkin's follow-up to The Social Network, The Social Reckoning, starring Mikey Madison, Jeremy Allen White, and Jeremy Strong. Jeremy Strong is playing Mark Zuckerberg. Apparently incredible. They're saying he's either going to win an Oscar or he's going to get all the Razzies in the world because Jeremy Strong is an actor who knows how to go for it, all right? Good or bad, my man pours it all in. Like he's doing it, so... We'll see. And we got to look at Spider-Verse, the new film, right? Across the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse, Beyond the Spider... Oh, dude. With the Spider-Man movies and the naming, what happened? Somebody's got to get a handle on this. Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Name the second one. It's like...
Yes. Yeah, name the second Tom Holland Spider-Man. Like, it's great. Name them in order. This should be a question on trivia things on television. Anyway, game shows. Anyway, they showed the opening scene from Beyond the Spider-Verse. Apparently incredible. We got both Miles Morales talking to each other. One of the bad Miles Morales, we get a shift to his perspective, which is like weird, but part of it, I don't know. Like, seems like it's going to be cool. I hope it comes out soon. Phil Lord and Chris Miller currently have a film in theaters, Project Hail Mary. I'm sure they're looking forward to getting back on that one. I hope.
Yeah, going back to The Social Reckoning, that's what I've heard too. I've heard Jeremy Strong is he's doing like Mark Zuckerberg. Like he is copying the real life person. When Jesse Eisenberg played Zuckerberg, he kind of played a version of him that was fictionalized. That was very neurotic and not like the real life person, but it was, it's part of the character of that story. Jeremy Strong is apparently just trying to mimic and become Mark Zuckerberg in how he walks and how he looks. And apparently it's kind of incredible. And yeah, he's either going to win the Oscar or be shunned and people aren't going to get it. Of course, I think it's some of the first footage of Mikey Madison post-Oscar win in this. So it's exciting to see that as well.
Yeah. Who's next? You want to talk about Neon or Paramount?
I got Paramount. Top Gun 3 was officially announced. No surprise there. We always knew that you don't make that much money and not make a threequel. We're trying to. We talked about what direction they would go. If is Tom Cruise going to kind of try and hand it off to someone else? Like Glenn Powell is really huge right now. Miles Teller not quite as big, and he was kind of the second lead of that movie. And a lot of the people that were in that are now much bigger stars. Monica Barbaro, Lewis Pullman, etc. But an exciting announcement that we knew, a new Jackass movie from Johnny Knoxville and company is going to be coming out this summer as well. But it's not exactly new because they're all kind of too old to be doing these crazy stunts. But it looks like they maybe have archival footage or something like that. Zach, I think you know a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I'm trying not to be disappointed by the new Jackass movie because let me be clear. I'm going to go see this movie in a theater. The Jackass films are some of the hardest I've ever laughed in a theater, ever, consistently. Those movies continue to impress. If you're not a fan of the immature content, you can at least appreciate that like it's a very successful format and there's nothing quite like them, right? Nobody else is making Jackass movies except Johnny Knoxville and crew. It seems like it's going to be a best of. It's called Jackass Best and Last. We know it's coming in June. From what we've heard from podcasts featuring some of the cast and crew, they did not do a lot of filming for this. They filmed for like a week. Some of the younger guys said they filmed for 5 days. Like it's like nothing. Whereas normally a Jackass movie, they film for like a couple months, like, and they get bits from all kinds of places. This is much smaller. I think it's mostly just stuff we haven't released yet. Look backs at favorite stuff. I don't know. In insights, maybe. I know Bam Margera's in it in archival footage. He wasn't in the last one because of a whole breach of contract thing. Like, seems like it's going to be a good time, and I'm hopeful, but also, man, I sure would love it if they just do a whole new one and not like a best of new one. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to try to be optimistic. I'm not going to get my feelings hurt by the stupid new Jackass movie. Hey, I put this on the outline just quickly, and I didn't give you any time to think about it. Who do you think is going to direct Top Gun 3? Because Joseph Kosinski's not doing it. He's out. I think the obvious answer might be Chris McQuarrie, right? Just comes right over from not Final Destination, Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible.
And just does Top Gun 3 with Tom Cruise and co. I don't know. I don't have any favorites, but I don't think he's going to do it. He seems like he's really bent on doing that Tom Cruise space movie, which honestly could be, you could just cross over and make Top Gun the Tom Cruise SpaceX movie that they've been thinking about doing, right? That'd be a layup, but I don't know.
Yeah, or it's like the spiritual sequel. Yeah, that's tough. There's not a lot of directors that Cruise will work with. He definitely wants so much creative control and only trusts a handful of directors and has only worked with a couple in the last 10 years or so. So, yeah, that'd be real interesting. Maybe I was thinking James Wan because he's done the Fast and Furious franchise, but probably not. So we'll see. Anyone else you want to touch on before I get to Amazon?
Yeah, real quick. New footage of Scary Movie, which is like fine. This really quick. It's maybe not too much to this. This Billie Eilish concert film, Hit Me Hard and Soft, the tour. It's a James Cameron film. Apparently, he took a break from being on the bottom of the ocean and scuba diving around the Atlantic to come up and film a Billie Eilish concert film. And I'm kind of interested because if it was anybody else, I probably wouldn't care. But Jim Cameron doesn't do a lot in movies besides Avatar, and I'm just uniquely interested. Like, what is going on there? I know Eilish did the music for the end of Avatar 3, like the credits song. No, it was Miley Cyrus. That wasn't Billie Eilish.
That was Miley Cyrus.
There's no connection here. I don't understand it. Anyway, whenever that Billie Eilish concert movie comes out, just keep in mind that's going to be a James Cameron feature. Crazy. Anyway, that's what I got for Paramount. What's next?
Well, I'm definitely excited for that too because I've heard it's Jim Cameron doing something besides what you would expect in a normal concert film. So I feel like I might have to check it out. Me and all the Gen Alpha people in the theater.
Yeah.
Amazon and MGM, they didn't have a ton of announcements. They talked a little about Clara and the Sun, which is the newest film from Taika Waititi. J.J. Abrams has a secret project coming out this November, I think, called The Great Beyond, which we don't really know much about. And of course, Bad Robot, his company, they've shut down in LA and he's moved to New York. So it's a big secret. We don't really know much about it.
Yeah. We got to look at Michael B. Jordan's upcoming film, The Thomas Crown Affair, right? It's not only his follow-up starring role since Sinners, he's directing this one. Last movie he directed was that last Creed movie, right? Which is pretty good. Also stars Adria Arjona. God, I mess this up
I
every
just say
time.
Arjona.
Adria Arjona. That's got to be it. The Arjona brothers. Adria Arjona is going to be in that film alongside. She's going to be in DC's new film, Man of Tomorrow, in an unannounced role. I think. I don't think it's Wonder Woman, but I really couldn't tell you who she's playing. But yeah, she's got stuff. She's got some motion. Keep an eye on Adria Arjona. We got Spaceballs. Well, go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, she is rumored to be either playing Wonder Woman herself or a character called Maxima. Has not been confirmed, despite what the internet might say. She would be perfect for Wonder Woman. She's got like the look.
She's got the look. I saw this earlier. What is Maxima's deal? Do you know?
I have no idea.
All right.
And I'm a DC guy, comic book reader.
You're right. Yeah. If you know what Maximus' deal is, write into the show. Tell us. Mail it off scriptfilmreview.com. We got to look at the Spaceballs sequel. It's just called Spaceballs, the new one from Mel Brooks. Not really like a look. It's mostly just like more cast stuff and Mel Brooks announcing on camera that, hey, we're going to be calling it Spaceballs, the new one. Funny title. I said it before and I'll say it again. Has all the makings of an absolute flop. Just seems like it is so not going to work. And in that way, why wouldn't a Mel Brooks movie look like it's going to be a flop? You know what I mean? I'm like a little excited, but probably going to be a huge bomb. We'll see.
Yeah, man, comedies are tough in this environment. Like it's tough to get into land. People just don't go to them. They usually go to streaming, and because of that, they're usually not high budget enough to really be funny or quality. And I mean, Spaceballs is a great piece of parody from the 80s, but man, it just I don't think it's going to translate. Same thing with Scary Movie. I don't know how that's going to translate in the summary either. I like the jokes are already getting old, and the movie's not even out.
Did you see this thing for the new Colleen Hoover? But we've been talking about book slop, and I think it's like it's still funny to talk about. New Colleen Hoover movie got teased. Did you see this from Amazon?
Yes. Anne Hathaway is in it. It's got some star power. What's it called again?
It's called Verity, and it stars Anne Hathaway and Dakota Johnson, based on the thriller from Colleen Hoover. It's out October 2nd. Stars Hathaway as the titular author, Verity Crawford, whose work is picked up by Dakota Johnson's Loan Ashley after Verity suffers a horrible accident that leaves her unable to write. Probably a banger. Yeah, Hathaway and Johnson. Shoot, that'll make money. Book slop. It'll be great.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the Colleen Hoover stuff just prints, so I'm not surprised by that. Surprised by those movies are getting more and more star power, like reminders of him. The most recent one starred Michael Monroe and Tyreek Withers, I think, and kind of B-list stars, and then you're going to be moving up to Anne Hathaway and company. So those movies are just getting a little bit bigger.
Yeah, and we got a quick look from Amazon MGM at Highlander, starring Henry Cavill as the immortal warrior Connor McLeod, and Russell Crowe playing as Mentor Ramirez. Bat Ramirez, it's going to be great. Like, you're never going to see it coming. Very much looking forward to it.
Yeah, good stuff. That's kind of the end of the announcement that I have. What are your overall impressions of Cinemacon 2026?
Overall impressions, I'm going to lift this from the summary wholesale here. Disney kind of, I think, is walking away with the keys. I think Warner Brothers doing great, and Universal's got a lot of gas for the decade because they have so many cool directors on board and they're making like really interesting projects. But people seem really interested in Doomsday. We were talking about before we got started here, what's the thumbnail going to be for our Cinemacon clip? And it's like, it's probably going to be something to do with Doomsday. Like that's probably the thing people are kind of talking about. Everybody knows it's like the white whale. It's going to make money. It seems like it's kind of messy behind the scenes. I don't know. Like, it's unsure. It's just got a lot of buzz around it. What do you think?
It's been interesting. I mean, you see the movies, or you see more of the movies, are coming out. You get some exciting new announcements. Is kind of a big emphasis on the theatrical model, though. There was talk about, Paramount has been big on this. They want to do 45 days mandatory in theaters for all movies. And I feel like they just won't do that for every, because if something bombs, there's no reason to keep it in the theater for 45 days. Like, get that sucker on PVOD in 17 days that you can. They might change those windows. But I don't think, I think if you'll wait 17 days, and if you'll wait 3 months, you'll wait 6 months, and The people will just wait. They'll either go. The people that want to go will go, and the people that will wait will just wait. So
It's funny you
I don't
say
know
that.
how long that will take.
I read that one of Sony's distributors had said that. He came out on stage and talked about that. It was like, hey, there's a lot of small town theaters in America that have only a few screens. And this idea of like Oppenheimer or something coming along and locking up one of their few screens for a month and a half doesn't work, because a lot of theater goers aren't going to go to Oppenheimer twice. They'll go see it once and then they don't come back. And like, so having new, fresh things cycling in is important. And it seems like there's an awful lot of that coming at the movies, which is good. Yeah, Sony seems to be going big on Spider-Man and video game adaptations. That's the move, right? That's where they're headed. Hey, Spider-Man prints money. Why not? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I said, new theatrical models, or possibly shifting windows, release of exciting things that we know are coming, some new announcements of things like Top Gun 3, or like this new indie studio within Warner Brothers called Clockwork that we're seeing. Like I said, I just saw a story that Sean Baker had secured $25 million to do his first feature inside that, and I think he's kind of running it as well. So it's like an auteur sub studio within the studio. So we'll see. I think a lot of exciting things.
Yeah. Speaking of, have you ever had, I saw this, in regards to the actual things changing at the movies that you go to, I heard that a lot of theaters, AMC, Cinemark, are looking into dirty sodas for their theaters. Have you ever had one of those? I never have.
This, I haven't had. Tell the audience what a dirty soda is.
For what I know, a dirty soda is, yeah, it sounds just as awful as it is, I think. Yeah, dirty soda is like a soda, like Coca-Cola, Dr. Pepper, or Pepsi, right? But with some kind of like milk or cream in it. Right? I think Mormons invented it because they're not allowed to drink caffeine in Utah or something, which sounds crazy to say out loud. But as far as I know, that's where it comes from. And somehow diluting this with that makes it good by God. So I'm sure actually I butchered this now. Somebody tell me in the comments what a dirty soda is. Anyway, yeah, apparently it's a good, effective way to, add some things to a store menu without raising prices or shipping in too many new products. McDonald's is doing it. You can just add half and half to your Sprite. And now cinemas are going to be interested in doing it because it's an upcharge and an easy way for them to, work in something new. So if you like cream in your drinks, come into a theater near you, I think. That's dirty soda. We got to talk about Alpha. The Cinemacon's been a whole big thing. I'm glad we covered it. I'm glad we covered it on the show. I don't know how I'm going to chop this up, but I'm going to figure it out. We got to get to it. Any other thoughts on Cinemacon before we jump into Alpha?
I'm ready.
Andy, please take it away.
Alpha. So this is the follow-up from Julia Durcanel, French director who previously did 2021's Titan, which won the Palme d'Or at Cannes in that year. It's very that film is incredible, very exciting. Usually, whatever wins the Palme.